Well, first of all, I must say how pleased I am and the government and people of Malawi for having this opportunity to meet with the Secretary General. He was come all the way and he's visiting other countries, but he started with Malawi. We have shared a lot of issues on Malawi's development and prospects, particularly within the context of the Millennium Development Goals and the review that's coming in September. We agreed to work together in that one. We have also reviewed the issue of the peace and security in Africa, in various countries, in Sudan, in other countries. You know, there are conflicts still taking place on the continent, in Madagascar, even in Zimbabwe. We still have not yet worked out the comprehensive agreement, you know, between the two major parties there. We reviewed also the issue of a peace in DRC and in Somalia and several other places. And I think we have agreed that we will cooperate between the African Union and the United Nations to ensure that where we have the process of peace, this peace is lasting and that it will continue. And on climate change, we have agreed that we should push for the Stockholm agreement that we have on climate change, and that the various parties, both developed and developing countries, should agree on a formula for us to move together to deal with the issue of climate change, which is very, very critical for development in our continent, but also throughout the world. At the African level, as you may recall, that when I took over as chairman, I persuaded the other heads of state to agree that within 5 years, Africa should be able to feed itself. And that within that period, after that period, no child in Africa should die of hunger or starvation. And that, therefore, will go to develop agriculture as one of the key sectors for development, to be supported by transport and communication infrastructure, for the simple reason that you've got to be able to move food from food surplus to food deficit areas. We also agreed that we'll push energy development because we need energy to support industry, and of course the issue of climate change. So these are some of the areas that we have discussed with the Secretary General, but the other issues, I think the Secretary General will outline them.